one, are you seeing lots of people saying yes to point applications? And two, do you imagine that that's going to be the future, lots of point applications, or do you imagine that someone is going to come in and gobble up a lot of these, or it all gets fed back into a central controller edge device like Russ was describing?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we'll break it down by two parts, I guess. The first part of that, I would say it's often being driven by somebody that's been burnt, right? So the end user of the equipment, they've had a failure, they had an issue. That's, or they have a financial incentive from a management team within their facility. What we've not seen so far is wide scale adoption by the OEMs, so the people
Mhm.
making equipment and shipping it. It's if you've been in automation or electrical business for a long time, we liken it to selling surge protection, right? You don't need it till you need it, and then you
Yep.
really need it. So when you have an OEM that has a consistent problem, they say, "Ah, you know what? If we monitor this, we can avoid this pain point for our customers and ultimately produce a better machine." But that is, I would say, a little bit more rare than the end customer, a facility just like Phoenix Contacts, for example, that has a known issue, known problem, and they're implementing that type of point monitoring. There's been a shift in mindset, though. I think it's certainly changing. And then there's other factors at play that we haven't arrived at yet that we're seeing play out in Europe, for example, where there's mandatory monitoring by government agencies. You know, that type of legislation certainly impacts the investment in this type of equipment, and by extension, the advancement of the market.
Yeah, so I kind of get to come at it from a different perspective than Clinton. I'm coming at it as a customer to ourselves, and but I'm a lot like our traditional customers that our sales and marketing team talks to and finds solutions for. And but also in assisting like our overall, I don't have just myself on every project. Sometimes I'm working with teams on our global level that we're working on solutions that the software maybe built up from a team in Germany, and we're implementing an infrastructure here to utilize that software that another team has already put the time into. And that's kind of what we are experiencing here, because there's a wealth of with anyone with the department to do so, and you don't have to have a large software development department to get some really useful software together to gather this data, put it together, and then even start to analyze it at a rudimentary level. And that's exactly how we're kind of tackling it here. But I think how Phoenix is trying to approach this is that we're trying to do the hard fumbly work first and get through it so that we can hand that over to our customers and say, hey, listen, this is how we did it and how we had success with it. We've done it in our own facilities in multiple countries, and it's worked all across the globe. Here you can buy our products and then run with it, or you can have us help you with it. And we have a solutions department that can handle, helping you through that process too. So I think that's what ultimately we're getting out of it, besides just our own value for our internal applications. We're also going to be able to kind of blaze that trail ahead of time and help our customers get to that same place.